Good morning, student. Next topic we are consider as a laminar flow. In 4 unit fluid dynamics, we have covered venturimeter, then altimeter to measure the flow rates of the fluid. Now, next concept is the laminar flow. So, we have considered again last class. There are different types of flow: one-dimensional, two-dimensional flow, rotational, irrotational flow. So as like we are having two types as a laminar flow and turbulent flow. So laminar flow, in that we assume the fluid layers are parallel to each other, or fluid forms a sheet. That sheet is called as a lamina. So laminas are flowing one over other. So it is a well defined flow. One layer of the fluid is moving over the another layer. There are no zigzags as like the or fluctuations in the flow. So this type of flow is called as laminar flow. In that the flow will be in a well defined streamlines are there, and the flow of the fluid between the plates is taking place as a sheets of the fluid flowing one over the other. So here laminar flow is possible when there are velocity is small. That is, laminar flow is for very low velocities of the fluid. Again, if the viscosity is more, viscosity is there, viscosity is high, that time. So viscosity means we have considered resistance to the flow. So if there is more resistance to the flow, the viscosity that is more. For example, oils, grease, pulps, they are having a higher viscosity, means higher shear resistance to the flow. At that time, the flow will be the laminar one. So this laminar flow is decided by the one number, non-dimensional number, that we will learn in the detail next lecture. That number is Reynolds number. Its formula is Reynolds number is rho Vd by mu. Rho is the density of the fluid, V is the velocity of the fluid, D diameter if the flow is taking place through the pipe, D is the diameter. Or if the flow is taking place over a plate, as this is a plate, over this flow is taking place, L length of the plate is the D, and mu is the dynamic viscosity. So from that we can consider if the Reynolds numbers for the pipe flow it is less than 2000, flow is laminar. So we can consider if density is smaller, velocity is smaller, diameter is smaller, and viscosity is more, as it is in denominator. Viscosity is more, then flow is laminar one. So these are the conditions for the laminar one. Density should be less, velocity is less, diameter is less, and viscosity of the fluid that is higher one. At that time flow may be the laminar one. So we have considered a laminar flow, that is the flow over the sheets or a plain laminar. One layer is moving over the another layer. There are no disturbances or zigzag motion of the fluid. Now here we have to consider the first point in that is the entrance region theory. So entrance length, what is that we have to consider. Now suppose we have considered this is the pipe. This is pipe is shown here, and this pipe is connected to the another fluid, or suppose a tank. This pipe is connected to this tank, and the flow is taking place through this pipe. So as the fluid is entering in this, initially the velocity is smaller, and velocity will be the uniform. So this uniform velocity is shown like this. So velocity is uniform, means there is no, whatever the fluid enters in the pipe at the entering side, this is shown as a uniform velocity. There is no changes in the velocity. So this is a variation. There is no variation of uniformly it is entering. But as the fluid starts entering here, one concept is there is the no slip condition. No slip condition. So no slip condition means here we are assuming if the fluid comes in contact with the wall of the pipe suppose, and pipe is stationary, then fluid in contact with this pipe also become stationary, and at the center the fluid is moving with the same velocity of the free flow. So that is in no slip condition, if the wall is stationary and fluid is moving over the wall, we are consider the fluid also becomes stationary. Or if we consider a plate is moving over the fluid, so fluid in contact with the plate will also move with the same velocity. Fluid also move with the same velocity of the plate. That conditions are assuming we are as a no slip condition. So if plate is moving, the fluid in contact with the plate moves with same velocity, and if plate is stationary, the fluid nearer to the wall is stationary, means zero velocity. So this is the no slip condition. So here we have shown, so as the fluid enters into the pipe, because of the resistance of the wall or no slip condition, the fluid nearer to the pipe is become stationary by the no slip condition, and fluid at the center will have the maximum velocity. So this change in the velocity is called as a velocity gradient. Change in the velocity in a y direction. Suppose we consider along this y direction, the velocity gradient is present. Velocity gradient means change in the velocity along y. So at the wall, the velocity is 0, and towards the center, velocity goes on increasing. That becomes velocity of the free flow. So this dashed line is represent thickness of this velocity gradient present, and this imaginary layer is called as a boundary layer. So boundary layer means in that region there is a variation in the velocity present, and so this boundary layer shown by the dotted line will be thickness will be smaller. So here most of the fluid is going with the uniform velocity, but the fluid nearer to the wall will come to the rest, and we know there is a viscosity of the fluid. So the stationary fluid will oppose the motion of the another fluid. So that means there is a retardation of the flow, and so there is a velocity will be 0, and this opposes the flow because of the viscosity. And viscosity we know that is given by shear stress down mu du by dy. So as the fluid moves along this direction, there is a viscous or shear stress resistance to the flow. So this is higher when the viscosity is higher. So this will be get velocity profile. So this boundary layer will be go on increasing along the lane. Boundary layer goes on increasing along the lane, and at the certain point, the two boundary layers will be meet at a single point at the center of the pipe. So this thereafter there is no specific boundary layer will be from the two walls. Both will be converged at the center. So this shows the variation of the profile. At the initially, the velocity profile will be like this. So maximum velocity is at the center, minimum velocity nearer to the wall. So as the flow air converges, so at the center velocity becomes maximum, and here velocity is minimum. So profile we get as the parabolic shape. So velocity profile becomes parabolic, and after that this profile will not change along the length of the pipe. That is along x direction. This same profile will be exit. This is called as a fully developed flow. So above next to the entrance region, the flow is considered as a fully developed flow. So means we can assume the velocity is only changing along the radius. Velocity is changing along the radius. The velocity profile is invariant along the x direction. So we can assume the fully developed flow condition and derive the formulas. In that, variation of the velocity is along the radius. So that is, we can consider in a cylindrical coordinate near a one-dimensional flow, in that the velocity will be changing along the radial direction. So at the center or radius, here velocity is maximum, and nearer to the wall it is 0. So this is the up to this region, up to this where the laminar boundary layers coincide. That region is called as entrance length. After entrance length, the flow becomes fully developed. So this, for laminar flow, if you obtain the ratio, entrance length LE and diameter ratio is a function of Reynolds number. So if the Reynolds number LE by D is given as experimentally 0.07 of Reynolds number. So this is for laminar flow. So laminar flow, Reynolds number is less than 2000 for pipe flow through the pipe, and the entrance length is as like 0.07 of Reynolds number. Now this second diagram is for the entrance length of the turbulent flow. So in case of turbulent flow, we know turbulent flow means there is no fixed lamina. There are zigzag fluid moving, and there are, because of very high velocity, flow is turbulent when velocities are very high, viscosity is low. That is the opposite to that. Viscosities are lower and velocities are very high. The flow becomes turbulent flow. So if you observe in a Reynolds experiment, suppose dye blue ink is inserted into this tube. So we can observe for laminar flow, the blue ink will be flow along this a single line. This is the laminar flow. Blue ink will be flow along a straight line. But in case of when velocity increase, the flow will become as like this one. Ink will be travels in this water along the zigzag path. You can observe the zigzag path. That is the turbulent flow. So there are no fixed laminas flowing over there. Velocity fluctuations are there. So here, if you find the entrance length, so at this, here, this is the parabolic shape in laminar flow, and here it is logarithmic flow. It is logarithmic flow. In this case, the laminar flow region exists up to certain region, and because of the higher velocities and viscosity is less, the momentum transfer is more. Momentum means one particle will resist to the another particle or it transfer. If a stationary particle is there and one is moving with some velocity, so mass into velocity is momentum. So it will be transfer its momentum to the another particle, and if particle is stationary, it will be oppose the motion of the another particle. So because of this fluctuation in the velocity in the turbulent flow, here the boundary layer will be more at the entrance point. So boundary layer will be grows boundary layer, again we consider boundary layer means imaginary layer where there is a variation in the velocity exists. So here wall is there and fluid is moving over that. Okay. So in that case the fluid here maximum velocity is there and at this point the velocity is lower. So flow over the pipe, the profile will be as like this. For the flow over the plane sheet will be velocity profile is this. Maximum velocity is here, minimum velocity is here. So this here again velocity profile will be in a pipe will be longer flow. So shorter entrance lane for the turbulent flow because of the boundary layer will be closed and it meets at a point. After this profile becomes fully developed flow. So it is calculated as LP is equal to 50D. This is the entrance region in a laminar